Hello friends, my name is Raza Masood. Today we'll discuss about a very important topic of project management, residual risk. Friend, if you are studying project management and you are planning to give exam of project management in university, or you are planning to give exam of PMP, so friend, with respect to project management point of view, this is a very important topic for exam point of view. Friend, you will definitely see this topic in the exam, and at least 4 to 5 questions will definitely be there which are directly related to this topic, and your concept and your thoughts, your concept would be definitely checked by giving scenario based questions to you. Also friend, if you are a professional project manager and working in any organization as a professional project manager, so friend, this is very important that you must know that what is residual risk and how to deal with the residual risk, what is its importance and how to manage those residual risk. So friend, let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's start. Residual risk. First of all, try to understand friends, this is a topic related to project management. When today's topic residual risk is basically a topic of project management. Friend, if I ask from you that what is a project, could you please explain that what is a project? What do you think that what is a project? Friend, as per the definition of PMI, PMBOK, Project Management Body of Knowledge, the project is a temporary activity which has some beginning and ending point, and it gives a unique output and result, unique product, that is called as a project. First of all, try to understand what is a project. For example, if you are implementing an e-commerce solution for a customer and you have to complete the project in 4 months, so see, it has some beginning point and ending point, it is temporary, and the unique output is the e-commerce solution. So we will say that it is a project. Similarly friend, if we are implementing a fund transfer application through which customer can transfer the funds through the mobile application of any particular bank, so this will be called as a project. Why? Because it is temporary, it has some beginning and ending, and it will give you a unique output and result. So that's why we'll call it as a project. Now friend, coming towards our main topic, if you can understand the concept of project. Now what is the residual risk? What is the residual risk? Okay, now coming towards risk. Friend, what is a risk? If I ask from you that what is a risk? Friend, risk in terms of project management, we will say that risk is the uncertain condition at which we are not sure whether it will happen or not happen. So the uncertainty, the uncertain condition is called as the risk here. See, for example, if you are launching a marketing campaign for ABC product, and you have hired a new model, which is a new face in the industry, and you are not sure whether people after launching of the marketing campaign, people will like that model or not more. Okay, so this is a uncertain condition. Uncertain means that you are not sure whether people will like it or people may not like it. So if people like it, so like him, so what will happen, that it will become an opportunity for you. The people, your marketing campaign will increase. Otherwise, if people don't like the new model, so it will become an issue, and it will have a huge impact on your marketing campaign. So friends, see, residual risk, whenever we talk about risk, when we know that there are some uncertain condition for which we are not sure whether what will happen, so due to uncertain condition, this condition is called as a risk. If risk occur as positively, it will become an opportunity for you. If risk occur negatively, it will become an issue for you. Okay, so risk, remember one thing, whenever we talk about risk, it doesn't mean that risk is always a negative thing. Risk can be positive as well. If risk is positive, it will become a opportunity for you. If risk is negative, it will become a issue for you. Now friend, when we talk about risk, we must have to do the response planning for the risk. Like for example, you know that you are implementing an e-commerce solution, and you know that your team is in terms of resource capability, your team is not capable enough. So this is a risk for implementation or completion of a project. So friend, so to handle the risk, to manage the risk, we have to do the response planning for the risk. That is called as response planning. Response planning means that you are saying that okay, this is a risk in a project. I know that this is a risk, it may occur in a project. If it will occur, so what I will do in that case. So that is called as the response planning of a risk. Okay, you know that there are some risk in a project, and first of all you have to identify all those risks. As a project manager, you are expecting that it may occur in a project, and you have to do the response planning for those risks. Okay, so this is called as response planning. Now friend, when we talk about residual risk means friend, once you do the response planning, there are still some risk will left over, will remain, which after response planning will still exist. Okay, so those risks are called as residual risk. Residual risk means that, like for example, you have identified 10 risks. Okay, you do some response planning, you do some controlling, and after response planning and after managing and controlling of risk, there are still two risks which are still remaining. So those risks which still occur, which still have chances to occur after the response planning of risk, those risks are called as residual risk. Are you getting with me? Are you getting my point? Are you following me? The residual risk means that first of all you have to identify the risk. After response planning, still few risks will exist and will still remains. Those risks are called as residual risk. Okay, so this is called as the concept of residual risk. Residual risk are those risks which still exist, which still remains after the response planning. What does that mean? Let me give you a very simple planning, very simple example of residual risk. Friend, see, we all know that before few years, when, like for example, you can say, let's say like 40 to 50 years before, uh, just just take an example, like the seat belts were not there in the car, due to which many accidents occur and many losses of lives we have to face. Why? Because the seat belts were not there in the car. Due to that reason, whenever a accident occur of a car, so the driver have to many casualties we have to face due to absence of seat belt in the car. Friend, whenever we after introducing the car seat belt, there are very high chances that we can avoid the casualties. At least the life casualties we can avoid, and we can like people may injured. However, the death rates can be decreased. Why? Because people are using the seat belts in the car. Now friend, after installing the seat belts in the car, still the death rates exist and people are still die. However, the seat belts are installed in the car. However, they still death rates are exist. So friend, that risk which still occur, which still exist. However, you have installed the seat belt and you are using the seat belt as well in the car. However, there is still a risk of accident and casualty. So this will called as the residual risk. Why? Because still there is a risk that if accident occur or some happen, so there is a risk that still casualties can occur. However, after installing of the seat belt, after using the seat belt in the car, the death rates and the safety precautions are increased, death rates are decreased. However, there is still a chance that if any accident occur, so with using the seat belt, there is a chance that you can avoid the life casualties. However, still still there is a chance that problems or issues will occur. So friend, residual risk are those risks which still exist, which still remains after the response planning of a risk. Okay, so that is called as the concept of residual risk in the project management. So remember one thing, that it is a risk which is still exists after the response planning of risk. So that is called as the residual risk. So friend, that's all from my side. I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thank you, thanks a lot for your time. That's all from my side.